What is up, people? It's your boy Savage Instincts yet again, and I have found a complete gold mine. It is r/Tinder on Reddit, and if someone had told me this existed, I mean, I would have been on here a long time ago. This subreddit is absolute gold, and I just want to break down some of my favorite things that I found, at least this week. And we could definitely make this an ongoing thing that I do, because it just blows me away, some of the things that go on here. So without further ado, here's our first one. So our first one straight off of Bumble. Even though it's called r/Tinder, there's a lot of Bumbles in there. And tell me, guys, have you ever been there? You try to talk to a girl, it's completely dry. It's like the Sahara. You're just trying to get any morsel of any just interestingness out of this person, and they just refuse to put any effort into the conversation. Well, that's what happened to this guy, okay? Let's take a look. Hazy, if that's your real name, what'd you get up to this weekend? Seems nice, seems like a normal starter, just a normal thing you'd say to a girl. Nothing too special. Okay, she didn't really give him much there. Nice, I was down and it's blocked out. I spent the day on the beach and a day doing some wine tours and eating delicious food. You see, he's putting that effort in. So that was like the first day, and obviously it went overnight because that's like at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it says today at 8 in the morning. So I guess he hits it back up, and then he goes, so what's your name, Z? And they give their real name. He says, oh, hi, whatever her real name is. What have you been up to this week? Nothing too exciting. So obviously, she's... Now look, I get it, guys, our girls. I totally get it, because I think what women are really trying to see is is this guy normal? Can he hold a conversation? Can he make me interested in him? But this guy went full over the deep end. He just went scorched earth. He couldn't take it anymore. And he just replied, OMG, are you always this dry and boring? Dude, she's still messaging you back, bro. That means you still have a chance. You don't know anything about this girl, and we know the statistics. Women get way more likes than guys. So, maybe play your card a little bit better. I don't know, man. This guy is obviously getting frustrated. He has problems with girls or in his own life, and he just couldn't take it anymore, and he took it out on this poor, unsuspecting girl. I'm guessing that he probably got unmatched pretty soon after that. All right, now we got another really... I mean, it's crazy, because when I first saw this one, it wasn't updated. I'll show you where it updated, but I absolutely love this one. Now, the most important thing that you remember is that this person's name was Maya, okay? And this guy, honestly, he sat down, he did some calculations before he did his opener, and he landed it on this one. He said, when I saw your profile, it immediately caught my attention.
Nice.
I mean, come on, bro. You got to give him a reply for that. It doesn't matter who you are. And of course she says, oh, wow, I've never heard that before at all. And she put a lot of L's on that, okay? So, she was feeling that. He said, hey, is it good enough to get your snap? She said, not really. I'll give you one more try. Now, this is where it gets a little chaotic. He says, may I eat your ass? My eye eat your ass. Oh my gosh. So this is where it cut off before. And in the comments, he said, oh, I thought I was going to get on Nats after that. And she said, dear God, and then gave her Snapchat. So, hey, gentlemen, it goes to show, and they've always told me this since I was a kid, if you're forward with your intentions, you get rewarded. Don't do this. Don't do this ever. Did it work out? Absolutely. I don't know. I don't know what her daddy issues are, or maybe she just thought it was funny. Honestly, to be honest, it's just funny, I think, and I think it's charming. Of course, he's gonna have to overcome that mountain. I wish him the best, and I hope that he posts an update, because I'd love to see how this all resolves itself. Hopefully a happily ever after, where they have 7 kids, and when the kids say, Mommy, how did Daddy win you over? He said, well, he made a pun about eating my ass, and I knew he was irresistible. I had to give him them digits. Next, I have a really interesting one here, and I think every guy who's ever tried to date any girl ever, especially nowadays, has run into this one. And I think the text will speak for himself. This is another Bumble one. Obviously, he matches with the girl. I don't know who, texted first, but all we have is the body of the text. But the girl asks him at some point, what do you do for work? And do you make a lot? Now, obviously, anybody with common sense knows that she's talking about money. And he says, my family. Wait, are you asking me if I make a lot of money? I mean, it's pretty clear, right? That's what she's asking. And she says, LOL, no, travel a lot. LOL, dying, my stupid auto type. I would never ask that. I'm so sorry. I assume you do, though, working as an analyst.
Stop the cap.
Like, let's get real. Like, she's really trying to snoop around and find out how much money this dude's making. She's trying to check some net worth right now. Like, come on. Like, and you know what? Ladies, I'm gonna let you know, that's just like a big turnoff. If you're asking, then ask, but don't be disingenuous about it. Like, honestly, I mean, it's okay if that's important to you. And she says, it actually is, which means, you know, I don't know if this guy stitched together these texts. It doesn't look like he did. It looks like it's completely legit. But, you know, it's just crazy that she's just like, yeah, it actually is. Like, so you just admitted that you're a liar, basically, straight to his face. So you're a little disingenuous and you're being sneaky. And no matter what, regardless of if you have standards in a relationship, being sneaky right off the bat to just find out how much someone makes and just trying to like connive to do that, that's got to be a big turnoff to almost any guy. So she continues, generally speaking, I'm not on this app to just hook up. Wow, big surprise there. I like to find a guy I could eventually get serious with, and that guy needs to be successful, motivated, career-driven. Is that you? Why didn't you just say that? Why didn't you say that at the beginning instead of saying, no, I'm not looking for a guy who makes a lot of money? So he asked the obvious question. And I mean, and by the way, this is more power to him for even just asking. He says, well, what is a lot? Now, women, you're free to pursue whatever you want. There's nothing wrong with you pursuing what you want. Just understand that you got to be a more exceptional woman, the more exceptional man you want. It goes the same way because women have access to a lot more men. I don't know if y'all watch all those weird guys that are trying to tell, you know, women that there's only the top 20% of guys, whatever. I don't know about all that. I don't know if it's 100% like that or if they're just selling a product.
So when I see people who don't have what they want, I consider them losers.
But the amount that she says, I'm pretty sure is not the amount that most men make. She says, I think enough is 200 grand a year, but I think a man should be pulling in 300 and woman 100, right? What do you think? Living in New York / Northeast, LOL, or am I so out of my ball field? Listen. I kind of understand what she's saying because New York City is expensive, or just, you know, I mean, she's saying Northeast, but there's a lot of places in the Northeast that are not that expensive. But anywhere you go, if someone's making $200,000 to $300,000 a year, they are well beyond the top 10% of earners as men, beyond the top 10%. And I know that like over 400,000 and you're like the highest tax bracket. So she's asking just for like a spit away from the highest earners in society. It's kind of, it's ridiculous, honestly, to just be on the first date like, hey, you need to make this much in order for you to, you know, deal with me. You have to be like among close to the top 1% of men in earning. Like that's, I mean, come on. Hey, but you know what? Once again, you're free to pursue whatever you want. So, you know, but I love the way that my man actually plays this card, man. He doesn't back down here. He leans in, okay? He says, are you including benefits? I guess he's talking about like employment benefits. She says, LOL, wait, should I be? He said, and pre-tax automatic deductions? I mean, hey man, you know, he's an analyst, right? The guy knows his stuff. He's like, hey, let's get really granular about this. And you know, he continues, he goes, like define contributions. And does this guy have pension benefits? And what kind of returns is he getting on his investment? Does he have debt? What's his FICO score? It says, what does is his FICO score? But I get it, what he means. What is his FICO score? Why stop at does he make a lot? Which is a great question, honestly, because at the end of the day, I think that by doing that, he really showed what her intentions were. Like, because there are so many ways that you can make money. There's so many ways that you can enjoy security as a human being, as a man. There's so much you can offer. You know, you could have a lot of your net worth and debt. You know, you could own real estate. You could get residual income. You could have income that fluctuates based on markets and stuff like that. You know, just asking if someone makes a lot is kind of nebulous in reality. I guess a lot of people think in terms of being like a normal worker, but there's a lot of ways to make money. So you know, I kind of just like this one because she stopped replying as far as we know over here when you see in the text. But I bet she hasn't thought about that. Hey, maybe she went and got her financial advisor with a fiduciary duty to guide her through this conversation and to ask about his net worth and assets and stuff. I don't know, but yeah. And for this last one, I don't know if any of you guys have ever been to a European dress-up party, but just be careful how you take that word European. This one is, well, this one's not so funny. It's just kind of messed up, to be 100% honest. You know, and by the way, ladies, please keep your phone charged. Like this, look at this phone charge. This would give me pure anxiety, especially if I wasn't at the house. Hopefully she was at the house. I couldn't leave the house with my phone battery looking like this, but I digress. The guy texts her and he says, "Hope you have a good day and see you tonight. So excited for the date. Who hasn't been there?" But it turns out she's been doing some investigation. It looks like she gets a little thorough when she decides she's gonna meet a young gentleman. And she said, "Hey, blank, whatever his name is, let's call him George. Hey, George, just realized we're friends on Facebook and saw your old profile pic. I don't think I'm keen to catch up. All the best." And he's like, "What profile pic?" Now, brace yourself because, well, this is the profile pic. Yup, he's wearing full Nazi clothing. I guess she blocked out his face. But I mean, how damning is that? Honestly, I mean, and he kept it. He kept it on his profile. Like, can you imagine not only going to a party dressed in a Nazi uniform and then taking a picture that's gonna last, and then posting it on social media at any point in time in your maturity and development? To me, that kind of just screams that you probably have some sort of ideals aligned with it. It's hard for me to believe that, and you know, once again, this is probably like years later, it's hard for me to believe that you don't somehow approve of that message. So it makes it look real bad. But don't worry, he has an answer for this. He has an explanation. He says, "Oh, it was a European themed dress-up party, and I was young and stupid. It's from 10 years ago. 10 years ago, bro? 10 years ago, and you never thought to get rid of the picture? Sorry if it offends you, though. Like, it offends many people. It's not just her. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's 10 years ago, you never got rid of the picture." And of course, Our Lady has common sense, and she says, "Yeah, that's a big fat no. There is a wonderful delete button for stuff like that. You know, future employers and dates, etc." I mean, can you believe that she even thought to help this man? I would hope that he keeps it there the whole time so that everybody knows what kind of a scumbag he is. But you know, it's just amazing because it kind of shows that he probably just is like a neo-Nazi. He says, "Yeah, that's fair enough. Shame it didn't work out. Take care. Here if you change your mind," with a smiley face. I can't believe that. It really just disgusted me at the end that he really said, "Here if you change your mind," as if for some reason overnight she might read Mein Kampf and think, "Wow, you know what? Not bad." Ugh, people. Anyway, hope you guys liked the video. I had a lot of fun looking up the text for this one. There's a lot of wild ones. If you guys like what you see, hit the like button, hit subscribe. We're very close to 100 subscribers, and then we can work our way over to 200, set ourselves new goals because it never stops. This is capitalism. We just set bigger and bigger goals here. You know, and we have the link tree there if you want to join the Discord. I post whenever I make a new video, and you can just meet some cool like-minded people. Anyway, this is Savage Instincts, out.